Henrietta, I would write the dialogue, and then I would give it to Henrietta. She would read it, and then convert it into kupuna speak. So the language is very tender. And I had the help of Aloha Ke Ko'olani Simmons, who is my cultural editor. I had a hard time finding someone who had the time to read 300 pages of information and certify that all of the cultural information was correct. And when I did find Aloha, and I sent her my manuscript, it turned out that she is a lineal descendant of my protagonist, Sarah Kani'aolono Davis.
Wow, and also Judge Mossman.
Yes, yes.
Boyd Mossman, it turns out he was
yes.
also related, and they did a story on TV on genealogy, and they found this, that he was related as well.
Yes, the genealogist from the Generations Project came to Maui, and she was at the Bailey House Museum and heard about my book, and then I turned over all of my information to Boyd just recently, and he was so excited to know about those roots. He's related to Isaac Davis, the gunner at Kapani Vai, who worked with Kamehameha and was his advisor. Someone who was quite a remarkable man, this Isaac Davis. Yeah.
You on your website have a lot of this history, and I actually spent a lot of time reading your website.
Oh, thank you.
And I learned just from reading your website a lot about the history. And is it theloveremains.com?
Theloveremains.com, right.
It's a beautiful website, a lot of work.
Thank you.
I think that's a part of being an author that people may not realize is so important, is the marketing and having the website and doing the work and the legs to follow up on your project, right?
Oh, yes, yeah. My background was in marketing. I was with Johnson & Johnson for 18 years. So as I was writing my book, I was making a marketing plan for this book so that I could get the story out to the readers. Yes, I did want to write a book, but the story was the important thing to me. I wanted the history of Kapalua area known. I wanted this forgotten kupuna. I wanted her memory redeemed.
I had never heard of her before your book.
And to do it, you have to have readers read it. And getting the book from the bookstore or from your website to the reader is the marketing process, which is, I think for the average person, is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Pretty difficult.
I agree. And you have an interesting way of having to walk and tread carefully because there's an interesting story. Actually, one of your page here, on page 147, you say, the day Ka'ahumanu and her chiefs were baptized, Christianity went from a minor irritation to a major threat for traders catering to the baser needs of foreign sailors. So this is a whole story also about what happened with the traders, the business people, and the missionaries as well, right?
Yes. The whole story is set in the background of a true history of Hawaii and particularly West Maui. And one of the things that I refer to there is an aspect of missionaries versus the Hawaiians that you hear a lot about now. When you hear about it, it seems that the missionaries and the trade people were all lined up together against the Hawaiians or something. And they're, like any problem, there are many sides or many facets to that. And I wanted to bring out that this particular facet, that that Christianity was a problem for the business people, particularly those who were selling alcohol to the sailors. There was big money in that, a lot more money in alcohol than there was selling potatoes and hogs. And when all of the chiefs, Kaha'umanu and Ho'opili, they all became staunch Christians and set out laws against prostitution, against drinking, against adultery, suddenly prostitution trade and liquor trade disappeared from West Maui. For many, many years, it was a dry port.
You know, I'd never even actually considered that fact before. It's an amazing fact. So what was happening when that's this kind of raised conflict, I guess, between the two different or three different factions, the business people, the missionaries, and...
Oh, mai ka puana Ahu palakua E niki niki ahi ahi Ka homea o whaniolo Haina mai ka puana Ahu palakua E niki niki ahi ahi Ka homea o whaniolo